Oh, Chris, if only there was someone out there who loved you, said with the glasses off face sprite, when the actual sprite on screen clearly has the glasses on, not canon, fraudulent propaganda. Hey fellas, and welcome back to With a Y, and if you've been in the Deltarune fandom for a while now, or even if you're just a new guy looking back, closer to what I am if I'm being honest, one of the oldest theories when there was like very little information to go out around about this character was that Ralsei is secretly evil. It was always clear he was like hiding shit from us, like he doesn't reveal the thing that is about to end the world until it's gonna happen a minute later in chapter 2. He can send the soul off to places and have conversations with Chris that we aren't privy to because he's like, well, why don't you think about Susie for a second? Like he was always keeping something in the tuck out of sight from us, and it brought up the question of, can we trust this little fluffy fuck? Recent chapters have contextualized these things a little better, but I would like to take a look back in time and put myself in the shoes of an evil Ralsei truther. The transformation is complete. Ralsei is no longer one of my favorite Deltarune characters. He is literally Satan. I felt a dark presence and hurried over. Oh yeah, that's right. You can just go between dark worlds and survive in dark worlds that you are not native to, unlike literally every other Darkner ever. And you never explained yourself. That's fine. Why does Ralsei not go to the shelter and tell Chris and Susie the code and what's actually going on there? Well, for one, that's because Chris is also evil and they're in it together, and Susie is up for the most heart-wrenching betrayal scene of a generation. But the main reason is, hey, so this is because Ralsei is evil. Hope this helps. When I ran across this tweet, I actually genuinely got flashbanged because, good, that's one less loose end. If you don't recognize the scene, A, shame on you, play the original Modern Warfare trilogy. But also, I just didn't expect to see this crossover of different communities. Like, yeah, one of the first times I cried at a video game was Roach getting shot by Shepard. In Ralsei as General Shepard, that's the kind of betrayal I think we're gearing up for, because that little man is evil. We don't even really need to look at like fandom stuff. Just look at how this guy talks to other Darkners. He's a complete racist. Ralsei gives worst motivational speech ever. Asked to leave the Dark World. Mr. Tenna, I understand how you feel. And then he goes on about some shit like, it's the nature of all Darkners to become obsolete. We bring joy to them, and then we die. We shouldn't make Lightners worry about what happens to us. Oh, this fucking self-hating gay. It was fucking evil of Toby Dog to put like these little creases under his eyes so that you can see the smile is strained. He went to the beach that made him old and also insanely depressed. Like, I think it's been said before, but this is a situation that if there are any other options to comfort the dude who's Tenna in this scenario, those should be pursued first. We have two other people who could probably do a better job. Even just failing to comfort him would be better than this. This is getting a suicidal person to comfort another suicidal person. Ember Swag over here pointed it out, but like, when Susie said, ugh, why couldn't Ralsei be here to teach the moral lesson? It's so funny Susie said this and then continued to give an infinitely more compelling speech than Ralsei did towards Tenna in the following chapter. Part of the reason I can't discount evil Ralsei altogether is because that motherfucker, it acts all stupid like he doesn't know what sarcasm is, but he has a slick tongue when he fucking wants to, dude. Like, he says some insane shit to Tenna given his circumstance and the fact that he's literally a fucking TV. Like, imagine telling the depressed, suicidal TV who has abandonment issues, I think the show's gotten a little old. Like, dude, this is some shit you say to him if you're trying to close out your version of rap battle in a way that, like, just completely demolishes the competition. This is incredibly fucked up of him to say, but above all, it's a bar. There is some dark shit hiding under this Darkner's cute little smile. I don't fucking trust him. When you're saying Ralsei is evil, this is who you're being mean to, by the way. Oh, I guess he's got, like, a cute design and a neat little scarf, and I'd love to give him a big old hug. Yeah, well, Stalin had an enviable mustache. It doesn't bring back the millions of people he killed and sent off to slave away in Siberia, does it now? I'm gonna turn the irony button off for a second, but it is like really funny how hard chapters 3 and 4 just like threw the evil shit in any evil Ralsei truther's face. That said, irony back on, the fact of the matter is 90% of Deltarune fans quit right before they accurately predict a character as irredeemably evil. By the end of chapter 7, I promise this, every character pictured here will be literally Hitler. Jesus Christ, dude, I'm too deep in. I saw like this one, I think it was called a Firegrave route AU, where basically it was Noelle and Ralsei who were like being manipulated into just killing Darkners. And Ralsei said something to the effect of Susie running in on them committing murder, going like, don't worry, Susie, they're just Darkners. That motherfucker is like racist to his own people, I guarantee it. It might come from a lack of self-worth and complete self-hatred, but ugh, Ralsei says my selfish desire and that it's a basic ass thing everybody wants. That motherfucker hates his his own people. My buddy T points this out pretty accurately. Do you think Ralsei tries to use false prophecies to gaslight Susie and Chris? Like, you guys have to do your homework. It's written in the prophecy. He fails every time and they just ignore him. He's a master manipulator, man. He's trying to bite more off than he can chew and make people fall into his whims. Another example of Ralsei having bars, right after he decides to reveal the world is gonna end if you do that thing only minutes before it happens instead of, you know, ahead of time, which would have been useful for decision making. Is that your idea of paradise? Ralsei had no reason to say this. He was purely aura farming. He has bars when he wants them. The fucking clueless depressed ditz act doesn't work on me because I've been there. I know what it means to authentically be like that. If Chris is the ultimate at faking not giving a fuck, Ralsei is the greatest at faking giving a fuck. He's hiding something. He's evil. I know it. Just you wait. Going back to T for a second here, one of my favorite bits they did was they made a comic about when Ralsei asked, should I have my own wants and desires? You should follow him on Twitter, by the way. He has like some of my favorite Deltarune art, and his Ralsei design is iconic. Recently, I'm starting to feel like I'm developing my own opinions, my own likes, my own dislikes. Please tell me, should a Darkner feel this way? Yeah, sure, dude. Chris, hearing that from you, I might just... What led you to that realization? Oh, yes, so ever since Queen showed up, she's shown me all these amazing internet things. Say, Chris, have you heard of Paul? Ralsei 4chan arc, man, this shit is devious. Chris, I lied. Darkners should never express themselves. Never ever talk to me about your opinions again, Ralsei, especially in reference to how Darkners are below Lightners and inherent value as living beings. Holy shit, dude. I also love when the evil Ralsei theories just transcend language. They revealed Devil Ralsei in chapter 6. I don't even know what language I was just mocking there. Please be French. If it's French, I won't feel bad anymore. Ah, it's French! Oh my god, I don't have to feel bad anymore. This is awesome. I'm sure you guys have seen numerous edits like this next one where it's just completely fucking chock full of shit that seems like an obvious fandom gag. I'll bake you lots of yummy genocides. Evil Ralsei. Wait, is that the fucking guy from Villainous? Alan, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing on my side channel videos, man? Keep it to the fucking DMs. I'm sick of you. And then Sans Susie, dude. One of my favorite things is like how many screenshots from chapter 3 and 4 and like all the people you would see in one room together. If you showed that to someone like a year or so ago, they would just immediately think it's a shitpost. Like they would not believe that you're a time traveler. They just think you're making shit up. I do love how far back all this theory crafting and even shitposting goes. From Freddy moment, this is how Ralsei will turn evil in Deltarune chapter 5. Real. Yo, Rals, can I eat that ice cream? Of course, Susie. Thanks for asking. Just be mindful and don't eat too much so you can share with your friends in the castle. I suggest eating just a spoonful. Oh no, it's the comically large spoon that King Batch has been shown to be so fond of. I also just like this design straight up. Got bored, so have evil Ralsei. Chris went into the egg room, so he waited. And waited. He was done waiting, so he'll find you wherever you are. I like that a lot. I know he is evil because Susie foreshadows... Photoshop Ralsei. Why did you Photoshop Ralsei to be like Photoshop Flowey? Bars. Oh my god, dude. Are you just like allowed to use Photoshop as an adjective legally speaking? Or is that like just some shit Toby was kind of taking a gamble on? I also do just love looking at like the fan art people were making back in the day and finally said in red text, you can tell he's evil because you can't see his eyes anymore and his smile suddenly becomes more devious as a result. I think at the end of the day, it's pretty obvious that Ralsei is going to be the big bad at the end of the story. We've already seen the Titan. We've already seen the Knight. We both thought those were going to be like complete endgame bosses, but nope, chapters 3 and 4. What other character currently exists that has been with us the entire time that could be a fitting conclusion as the final boss? Ralsei! And that's all I'm gonna say. That kwytebox email's in the description if you guys want to send me any video topics. Anyways, piss off.